What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm C.
I'm P.
And today we're going to be reacting to Steve Hughes, Lava de Apollo. You guys have been asking for this. A couple of you guys have been asking for this after we did the Jim Jeffries gun control one. So, we're back at it.
We never reacted to Steve Hughes before, so this will be a first
At least I don't think we have.
time. No, we
No,
haven't.
probably not.
I haven't really even heard of him, to be honest with you.
No.
So this is going to be like a first fresh reaction, so hopefully it's a good one. As always, in the comments below.
Oh, we're going to do this title. First time reacting to this comedian. First time, you know, this again, we can just put that in the title. But yeah, go ahead.
You mean the thumbnail?
What's title?
As always, down below in the comments after the video, let us know what you think about the reaction. Let us know what you think about Steve Hughes. Like our video, subscribe. Remember, we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers and we need your help. Ring that bell so that way you can get notified to all of our upcoming videos. We drop at least one video a day, so
Let's go. Is it Steve Hughes or Steve
Hughes.
Hughes?
Yeah.
So I guess I'm saying it right. Alright.
London. All right, excellent. How are you? My name's
London,
Steve.
mate.
I'm from Australia, actually. Some of you probably been to Australia, or some of you probably thought about going to Australia, and then how long does it take to get there? 27 hours. On a plane. 27 hours in a tube of farts. That's the reality none of you really want to, take on board, but that's what's really happening. You're sitting there for a day and a half with 600 other people eating airline food. I'm telling you, someone's farting. You understand? You get to Australia, you think you got jet lag. I'm just telling you, it's not jet lag. You understand? Yeah, you've been basting. It's a ridiculous distance for any place to be on Earth, for God's sake. The next stop is the moon. That's what it's like growing up there. You're standing there all the time going, what's the rest of the world doing? What are they up to? Can we join in? No. Well, why not? Because it's a 12-hour drive to the airport. Sit down. And there's no one there. It's a continent twice the size of Europe. There's 22 million people there. That's no one. Do you understand?
Crazy.
There's no one there. You want to see a queue in Australia? That's it. And they think it's crowded. You know what I'm talking about? And I've been to Mumbai in India. 28 million people, one city. That's crowded. That's traffic. Try putting health and safety regulations on these people. Yeah, they're selling raw chickens on a piece of cardboard in the sun. It's a brilliant place. We're always told in the West that we live in the free countries, but I don't know if that's necessarily true all the time because, freedom is a multifaceted construct. Which extends beyond political ideology. Yes. And I've been to Mumbai, and you can do whatever you want. You don't break the law, you do whatever you want. You want to sell some socks on a bridge? Sell some socks on a bridge.
That's so
Where's your
true.
shop, mate? Here. What do you want?
Actually made me think about the freedom for real. Because over there you can do that, but here you have to have like a business permit to sell stuff whatever you want. It's crazy.
Where's your shop, mate? Here. What do you want? I've got 3 socks, a battery, and a hand grenade. You want it? It's brilliant. You want to hang out of the train? You hang out of the train! You get on the roof! You want to go to the doctor? You don't have to go to the doctor. Why? There's an old bloke in the street with medicine. You have to run around and wait in a queue and ring up. Can I get an appointment, see a doctor and get a prescription? No, you buy it off this bloke in the street. My mate in North London, he goes to me, you'd buy medicine off an old Indian bloke in the street. So I went, for sure. He goes, why? I said, I'll tell you why, mate. Because he's 300 years old, he's got 1 tooth and he lives in a bin. He's still alive! That's what. He knows shit. Should I trust him or some bloke in Muswell Hill with 6 mortgages?
I do.
But it's good to be here. Hammersmith Odeon. I know it's the Apollo, but I call it the Odeon because I'm old school. I grew up, Motorhead, no sleep till Hammersmith. No sleep till Hammersmith Odeon. Exactly. Old school. That's what it is. I used to play in heavy metal bands, see? That's why I had to leave Australia, because it doesn't like that kind of stuff. And I never suited Australia. It's a weird place for me to grow up in. My parents are British, and it's just strange being a white man in a black man's country in the middle of Asia. You know? And the culture's strange. I never suited it, you know. It's all based around sport and racism. And, I wasn't very good at either of them, you know. I didn't know what to kick, you know. And, And so I played in bands. I played here, actually, in 1989, in a heavy metal band. And I love all forms of heavy metal. I love heavy metal, thrash metal, black metal, death metal, and Enya, actually. Yeah, I know you think it's a bit of a joke. It's not a joke. Most of you haven't listened to Slayer for 8 hours in one day, and you know, you get up to that type of nonsense. You do need something to relax in the afternoon, don't you? And I did that joke in London one night at the Comedy Store, and this big geezer stands up, he goes, I bloody hate Enya. You hate Enya? That's a bit intense. George Bush is alive. Yeah, George Bush, Dick Cheney, Condoleezza Rice, Tony Blair, Donald Rumsfeld, Henry Kissinger. See, these are globalist demons. And this is Enya. I mean, if you're going to hate positively. How can you be upset with Enya? Really, it's just silence coloured in. That's all it is, like being upset with a waterfall. Looking at a flower open and go, that's disgusting. And recently, we had a brilliant time. Recently, I just did a comedy gig at a heavy metal festival in Derbyshire called Bloodstock. And to tell you people the truth, I don't even know why they bothered getting comics to do the festival, because what they've done, like most things, have become corporate. They stuck a theme park, like rides, within the confines of the ground, so people would have something to do besides bands, right? But that made me think, why did they even bother getting comedians? Because I've got to tell you people, there is nothing funnier than a goth on a dodgem. You understand? Get it? And they got us out of London for the weekend because that was the time you were having your riots running around. Yeah, it was funny. Just listening to the reporting, that's what I found funny. Just listening to them going, look at them! Looting! Bloody looters! Running around looting. Again, yeah, well, you know. You ever been to the British Museum? So. Where'd you get that Sphinx from? Norwich? Is that your pyramid? Yeah, we found it in the Cotswolds. It's under a hedge. Who'd have thought? You would never museum if you didn't go looting. You come to the British Museum and look at our squirrel exhibit. Put it in the Spitfire, make it look more interesting. You help yourself to a Yorkshire pudding on the way out. There you go. You know what I mean? The lies we're inflicted with in the 21st century, the war on terror to me is the ultimate one. How can you have a war on terror? What are you talking about? This doesn't even make sense. When's this going to end? When they've got the terror. Relax, it's all gone. We're moving on to horror next. And get those goths out of the dodgem for starters. This is insanity. You can't have a war on terror. What, are you having a war on terror, are you? That's right. What does war create?
Terror.
Terror. Exactly. So you're having a war against the consequence of the actions you're involved in.
Ooh, yeah. Like a loop. Like,
Yeah,
this guy makes me think.
Ours is good terror. It's good, peace, freedom-loving terror, you know. Kind of like terror light, you know. Sort of a diet terror. You know. Sort of, I can't believe it's not terror, you know. And then we deal with that. And then next, what do we deal with? Well, this is all happening. Oh, by the way, the planet's broken. It's all warmed up. And, yeah, we have to fix it. Because we've broken it. And, you know, we've done tests. Who has? You know, experts. Who are they? Oh, don't worry about it. They're here.
Isn't it funny how we never question, like, you know, like the scientists and experts that does research? We like, you know, I think I'm guilty of this too, but like, you know, like experts or scientists have done studies and they've figured out this, and we're like, huh, okay, that sounds good. The studies.
Because what you hear,
But
scientists and studies,
exactly.
Like,
you
they must be smart.
Exactly.
They know what they're talking
You're like, who are they? Who are the scientists that are doing all the studies?
Well, don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Listen, it's private, documented government officials. You need to be classified for this information, okay?
Who are they? Oh, don't worry about it. They're here. What are you talking about? I don't even believe in it. People freak out. What do you mean you don't believe in it? I don't believe in it. You have to believe in it. It's the law. Well, it's not yet. I'm sure it will be, but until then, no. Why should I believe in it? What are you talking about? They're running around the world, dropping depleted uranium all over the earth, sitting there letting nuclear weapons off underneath the sea, and the rest of us, what are we going to do? Sit at home with a special light bulb and a shopping bag for life. That's what you have to do. And at the end of the day, while all this goes on, what else is happening? Well, the X Factor's on the news. This is not normal. It's a TV show. Why is it on the news? It's not normal. When I grew up, The Price is Right wasn't on the news. No, this is not news. This is rubbish. And I'm here to tell you people, being English, the X Factor, what have you done? You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should stop it. Oh, I know all countries around the world now have got this kind of stupid shows, but you, especially America, they're too far gone. Doesn't matter about them. You, what are you up to? You can't have the X Factor. You can't watch the X Factor. This is England. You made Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Venom, Motorhead, Def Leppard, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, the Who, the Beatles, the Smiths, the Cure, the Damned, the Jam, the Police, the Sex Pistols, the Clash, Peter Gabriel, Kate Bush, Jarvis Cocker, David Bowie, Queen, Pink Floyd, Radiohead, Supertramp, Chemical Brothers and the Prodigy.
Wow.
And if you're watching the X Factor after a resume like that, I'm just telling you, you're a bit of a bastard. You've been absolutely glorious. Hope you have an excellent time. See you later. Cheers.
Yeah, I like this guy.
That was
I
good.
like this guy.
He was
I like
funny.
this guy. I think the thing that made me thankful for is that how we never question
Scientists.
like a science, like studies and scientists saying they've done this and they figured out this, and we're like, okay, that makes sense. We're not gonna like, who wants to go there and like actually research it, figure out if it's true. Like,
Yeah.
we don't really do that.
It's
You know
too
what I mean?
much work.
It's
We
too much
really
work,
have
man.
like difficulty taking care of our children, and complaining about our jobs and our sexual genders.
Yeah, and I think he mentioned was that how we see the country is so free, but then if you go to like third world countries, in a way they're freer because you can do more stuff. You know what I mean? Like he mentioned, like you can sell anything anywhere, but here you have to get a license and a permit and go to the government.
Show,
you know what I mean?
But it was circling through Facebook at one point because this guy said a speech, and through the speech it connected to what was actually happening in the real world. And a part of his speech is the question was, what makes America so great? And the liberal of the party that they were asking the question to was like, well, because America's free. And the guy answered back saying, that's a bunch of bullshit. He was like, you're telling me that we're so Star Spangled Banner, that we're the only country in the world that's free. He's like, there's about 1 million other countries that are also free. Some of them are which are freer than we are. So, it made me think of that.
Because here have a lot of regulations and things. I think when Americans say we're free, I think they mean like freedom as in... I think the freedom part is ingrained in like Americans because I guess they are the first country that actually, you know, paved the way for freedom, you know, where people can do and say whatever they want, you know, with the, you know, stuff like that. But it's like, in a lot of ways, it's like nowadays, like we are more like limited in what we can do ourselves in other countries. But we have to go to the government, to regulations, to get licenses, to do this. Like if you want to go to the government, there are certain things you can't do. You know what I mean? Or you get sued for it. But like it's, you know, it's like, think of it in like a 2-dimensional way. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, Steve Hughes, he was a funny dude, man. We definitely react to more of him if we get some more, you know, reactions of him, some more clips. Yeah, man, he was hilarious. Yeah. And I don't know who he remind me of with the ponytail. He remind me of somebody. I just don't know who he remind me of. You know, like skinny dude with a ponytail or whatever. He remind me of somebody. But yeah, man, Steve Hughes is funny dude. If you have some more recommendations, just put it in the comments. Yeah, anything you want to say?
Nope, that's it. Alright, like,
comment,
subscribe.